The Advancing Partners and Communities Project has been working in West Africa to limit further Ebola transmission and provide critical services for more than 7,000 Ebola survivors.
So put your hand up if you're an Ebola survivor.
In Liberia, Advancing Partners and Communities joined faith-based organizations, universities, and government partners to plan and coordinate a cataract surgery program for Ebola survivors.
When Ebola subsided and we were declared Ebola-free, there were a lot of survivors that were coming down with major eye complications. And those of us that were in country at the time, we never had the resources to see how these people can be treated.
From the time the Ebola caught me, when I got in the ETU, upon my discharge, I began to get trouble with my eyes. My vision is very poor, very, very poor. My vision, it looked like a dew when I'm looking at objects.
All along, we have been very afraid to operate Ebola survivor because we are thinking that, well, is there a piece of virus in the eye that might cause a reoccurrence of this Ebola disease?
Ebola virus will actually home to what are called immune-privileged locations. These are sanctuary sites in the body that are not necessarily recognized by the immune system. And so Ebola can actually hide out in some of these locations.
We needed to perform anterior chamber taps to look at the fluid in the eye and answer the question, is there evidence of virus in that fluid? To do that safely, not knowing if the answer is yes or no, we wanted to create the environment that's least risk to everybody involved in the process.
So the isolation pod has become the perfect unit for us to be able to host these Emory eye doctors who are in full protective garb and perform the procedures that allow us to know that we can proceed with surgery safely.
With support from USAID's Fighting Ebola Grand Challenge for Development program, Baylor College of Medicine created the Emergency Smart Pod, a field hospital, laboratory, and isolation unit that can be delivered on a truck and set up in minutes. The pod was used at ELWA Hospital for the cataract surgery program.
So it's been a real partnership. We've all been working together since the beginning of 2017. NIH, Samaritan Purse, Hopkins, of course, ELWA Hospital. Yes, I was responsible for funding participation of the Emory team that came to Liberia to do the TAP, working with Prevail on the ground, and our involvement with the Survivor Network.
Prevail had all the participants, all the Ebola survivors in their care, who we've been taking care of at JFK Hospital and who've been part of the Prevail Natural History Study. So we knew who had cataracts, and we've been actually treating them, but unable to do surgery because we didn't have a surgical arm.
Some of the cataracts were routine cataracts, and we treated them as we would treat anyone. But a large percent of the cataracts medically were very challenging, were difficult, challenging cases because of the intense inflammation they had in the eye, which made the surgeries technically challenging, but hopefully very rewarding for the patients.
Culturally, our setting, many people, once we talk about eye operation, they are afraid, they become frightened, and they have the myth, they believe that their eye will be removed during cataract operation.
I was a little bit afraid when I got in. I thought I was going to hurt, or I thought it was going to bust my eye. Because that's the story they gave me, discouraging me. So that didn't happen. Now this morning I can see bright. I can see my right eye. I can close. If you want me to read anything here, give it to me, I will read.
In aid work, oftentimes you don't see instantaneous results, and this is pretty much almost instantaneous for some of these people, the transition from being blind to seeing. And one young woman, we did both of her eyes, and after her second patch was taken off, she was able to see her baby for the very first time.
I want to tell the people that have eye trouble, I want to tell them that God there. So they shouldn't be afraid when I can get, I was not seeing before. Almost 2 years now, at the 3 year we are coming to. When I can see today.
We can hopefully make the recommendation once we have enough data to support it, that in general, Ebola survivors can go get regular standard eye surgery, whether it's cataracts or any other eye surgery they may need. That's really important for public health because this isn't just Liberia, it's West Africa, it's Ebola survivors in general.
Oh, I'm very, 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 very happy. Whereas I don't know what to express to this team that came. because they have done well for us.
People are very excited when they've been given this gift of being able to see again.
During the Ebola cataract surgery program, 34 people received life-changing services. With support from USAID, Advancing Partners and Communities remains dedicated to providing more critical services and improving the lives of Ebola survivors.
Yeah, excellent. Excellent.